This is Louise for MMA Crazy, and I'm here with Makwan Amirkhani, who faces Jason Knight at UFC Liverpool. How are you doing? We haven't seen you since, what, March last year?
Over 400 days almost. Feel good to be back.
And you're coming off your first loss in the UFC. Have you watched back that performance, and if so, has there been any adjustments that you've made in that kind of time that you've been away?
Well, I was focusing more on my striking and cardio, made my condition much better, so I'm fully prepared for this one.
And talk a little bit about why the long layoff. What have you been doing in that time?
I was just focusing more on striking. I needed that time. I knew I won't learn these things in one day or month, so I needed more time, and guess I needed it, and how I feel now, I feel ready, so I think I made the right decision to just go away for a while and focus on myself.
And you're facing Jason Knight. He's someone who really likes to pile on the pressure. What did you think of him as your next opponent?
I think Arnold was like that, and it was a tough fight, so I'm expecting a war.
And he's coming off of 2 losses. Have you looked at any of his previous performances, and if so, what do you think?
Yeah, I was watching the fight against Lamas, and I can't say what are my plans, but I saw some weaknesses, so if I will see an opportunity, I will take it.
And talk about your time at SPG. Obviously that's somewhere that you train. Who have you been working with in the run-up to this fight?
I was living with John Phillips, yeah, so, and of course Coach Kavanagh was there all the time, and Peter Queally, James Gallagher, and Kiefer. Almost every person in the gym was, you know, like close friend to me when I was there whole day doing my camp for 4 months, so I had a great time, and I think the time this camp compared to previous one was totally different. I actually felt that that was my second home.
And like you said, you have got some insight by looking at his past performances. Obviously you don't want to share, but what can you expect to see from him, you know, this weekend when you both step into the cage?
That's a tough question. I don't want to say what I'm expecting, but I'm ready if whatever is coming. I'm ready.
And his last wins that he's had have come by stoppage. Do you see it going the distance?
No.
What's your prediction? How do you see this fight going down?
First, second, third round, doesn't matter. I will finish him.
How eager are you to get back in there? Obviously you've been away for so long. You know, here in the UK, he's coming from, you know, the States. How are you anticipating the crowd? Because obviously Liverpool, it's its debut event here, so the crowd is going to be, you know, pretty wild. You know, are you eager to get back in there?
I'm happy to be here, especially in Liverpool. The more voice, crazy crowd, I love it. Sounds good to me.